I was hoping my child would have been born by now, so I would not have to record this Commissioner's Corner. Alas, here we are, and I have to talk about this matchup between Brittany and I. I look at my team, full of top 20 wide receivers and running backs, a top 5 quarterback, ample bench depth. Then I look across from me. This hodgepodge of players thrown together. Didn't even start a tight end. Half of them she didn't even draft. Just easily scoring 115 points. My team fighting for its life, trying to reach 100. And I think back to a quote from Obadiah Stane from the cinematic masterpiece Iron Man 1. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. She had 6 people on bye going into this week, along with 2 others that were injured and out for the week. Knowing that, she made no waiver claims last week. She let everyone else pick whoever they wanted. Then she strolled over there after the Thursday night game started and just scraped up the bottom of the barrel and dropped 115 on me. Her Daniel Jones, Wan'Dale Robinson stack that she picked up mere days before our matchup outscored my 2nd round draft pick and 4th round draft pick by 15 points. I don't know what to take from this. I don't know where to go from it. Brittany went 2-0. She's in 2nd place in the league, and that's after making it through bye-week apocalypse. She's got smooth sailing from here. I think we all need to watch out for this team, but I'm not even sure it's the team. She seems to just make magic happen with whatever she throws out there. I don't know what happened with those Chick-fil-A sandwiches, but something's going on this year. Maybe she just stole the mojo from her husband, because after a solid start, Skip has fallen on hard times. He has a low score of the week and the stomp of the week. The Breece Hall pick in the 1st round, having mixed results. Nico Collins, the person that was carrying him thus far, just went to the IR, having some injury problems. He also picked up Dontavian Wicks and threw that shiny waiver wire pickup right into his lineup, and Darnell Mooney had just been on his bench all along and scored 27 points. Not good managerial skill. It wouldn't have mattered, but you just don't like to see it. Which means that Lou gets his 3rd bottom 6 win in the first 5 weeks of the season. That is not impressive, but it's noticeable. He had good performances from his running backs. Chuba Hubbard has been one of his MVPs this season. RB8. Of course, everyone knew Chuba Hubbard was going to be RB8. His team didn't do that great. He just has that vaunted fantasy defense that he likes to talk about, and it gives him another 1-in-1 week. Next up, the bottom dweller, Brian Case, who was 1-7, gets a 2-0 week here against Chase. Solid. Big performer was Rico Dowdle, who Chase drafted and then dropped, and then Brian played against him, and he scored 18 points. More than anybody on Chase's entire team. As I said, no one broke into double digits out of Chase's position players. His kicker was his high scorer of the week. He's not used to this whole middle of the season thing. He's used to kind of just letting Brian O'Shea take over from here, so he's been struggling a bit in the last few weeks. Next up, we have Zach against Paul, and Zach is absolutely destroying people lately. His team dropped 143 points. That's with an in-game injury to ETN and Aaron Jones, and Chris Olave scoring 2 points. 30 points plus out of Lamar Jackson, 36 out of Jamar Chase. His tight end scored 20, which is almost illegal in today's day and age. But then again, Paul had Tucker Kraft drop 22.8. That means Tucker Kraft is tight end 3. I'm sure we all know who Tucker Kraft is and how good of a tight end he is in the NFL. Paul's team did well. He got the top 6, 1 point. Joe Burrow's been popping off lately. Kyron Williams doing well. But I'm not sure what he's going to do here with Sam Laporta and Tucker Kraft. How do you drop the number 3 tight end? Better get to wheeling and dealing, because he does have some holes that he could strengthen if he's able to find a trade partner. Next up, we have a rare occurrence of the priors in the win column this year. A non-rare occurrence is another one of their players got injured during their game, and we don't know if they'll be back for the next week. Add Devon Achane to the list of players on their team dropping like flies. They were able to recover with Ayuk and Kittle finally showing up, and that's what gave them the win over Jeff. However, it was a bottom 6 win, so they only get 1 point here. Jeff unfortunately had some bye week woes with Barkley and Gibbs on bye, so he started Alexander Mattison and Emmanuel Wilson. Not exactly the running back combo you want to get there. Did have 25 points from T. Higgins, but the rest of the team didn't put up enough for him to get a win this week. Should be a little bit easier moving forward with Barkley and Gibbs set and forget for the rest of the season. Last up, we have our closest matchup of the week. Ryan runs down Tim on Sunday Night Football with 10 points from Turd Ferguson, just over what he needed to get the win. The rest of his team is a pretty even spread. Garrett Wilson was his high performer of the week, but everyone on his team had double digits except this kicker who had 9.7. So it was just a really even week for him. That's what got him the win with 123. Tim falls just a bit short, but being one of the biggest complainers about the median rule change, gets a point from the median rule change. And what does he do? He still complains. So that's good. That's good. That's all I got for this week. I will not be here next week, but I will see y'all when I see y'all.